Alright, hello everyone, I'm Mike. Let's get straight to the point. So this is a crash course of Yoru, which is a very interesting character, and I just want to say this is not anything groundbreaking or anything absolutely insane that'll make you miles better. This is literally the ground level of this character. So I'm going to talk about some basics. Let's start at the basics of the basics. Let's go through each ability and what they can do, all right, and how to use them. You have the fake out. Fake out are the footsteps, and you can place it down two different ways. You can place it down with a right click,
decoy,
and then you can activate it whenever you want, creating false footsteps. Or you can just left click it. And it just goes. Just like that. Alright? There's not really much to learn about that other than if you run it into a wall at a specific angle, the footsteps won't make noise. You can do something like this. Right? You can make some sort of outplay with that where, I don't know, maybe you simulate that you go up to the wall and then you swing or something like that, but yeah. Alright, let's talk about the Flash, also known as Blindside. That's actually the only ability I forgot what was called. That's just how it is. But yeah, Blindside works in a very specific way. Many people call it the CSGO pop flash of this game. Sure, whatever. So the way it works is that you throw this ball. Alright, you throw that ball. And what happens is that in order for it to actually trigger, it needs to hit a wall, and then roughly 0.4 seconds afterwards, it pops. Blinds, I think it blinds the same amount as Phoenix. We can just test here. Yeah, it's roughly the same amount as Phoenix's flash. And that also means you can turn around from it. And you're blind for a very, very low amount of time. You can get some good kills with it. There's not really much to say about this flash other than find lineups. Make sure that you know it pops pretty much right before the enemy can see it, because this flash is very loud, so it's easy for the enemies to react. I think this is probably the easiest flash to counteract in terms of like turning around and sound cues. Now for the third ability, and similarly to the fake out, this ability, this teleport ability, you can place it down with right click.
I'll return.
And then I can go wherever I want. You see, there's a bar above my ability marker, which basically that's how long the ability can last. So I can go here, teleport back. Then I can press mouse 1.
Cutting through.
And it gets sent in the direction that I pointed. And if you place it at a slanted area, it'll just kind of, you know, it'll do like this, and just wait, it'll keep going. You can get it all the way over to the corner there. So what is important here? What is important is that you look at the right direction. If I look at this direction right now, I'll be facing into the wall. So it'll remember which direction you were facing before you teleport it. So if I throw this thing,
time to jump,
and I look back, hey, I'm looking towards the fountain thing. If I do it again,
cutting through,
I look to the right, hey, I'm looking towards this area, right? That's how it works. Another thing to note is that this thing, like the other abilities, is incredibly loud. So they can hear it, and they can actually destroy the gate before you use it. As far as I know, it's invisible to them, but they can hear it. They might be able to see like a little outline of it, similar to swarm grenades and alarm bots. Yeah. And then the last ability is the ultimate. It's called the Dimensional Drift. So it makes you invisible. And I'll show you what you can do with it. So you activate it.
I'll handle this.
There we go. And you might think, well, you can't cancel it, right?
I'm back.
Actually, yes, you can. You can cancel it just like dismiss from Reyna. You can cancel it at any time. So if I sit here,
I'll handle this.
I go here. I'm like, I see a guy here. I cancel it here. Go for a flash, peek, something like that, right? So you can do that. One thing to note about this ability is that the enemies, they can actually see you if you're close. They can't damage you, but they can see you and they can follow you. One thing that is to note, though, is that you are faster in this state. This box right here, you can't get on top of it normally by jumping. You can't get on there, right? But if you ult and you try to jump on it,
I'll handle this.
hey, you can get on the box.
I'm back.
And do like some kind of play with that, right? So this has basically been episode 1 of my Yoru tutorial. I don't know how many parts. I think later on, because I'm maining this character now, later on I'm gonna do some flash lineups and some good teleport out plays that you can do. Basically some defaults with this character, but that's gonna happen later. For now, these are the basics. I'll see everyone later.